everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Week in Review on the Dice Tower. This is going to be a real quick review, Week in Review, because we didn't put as many reviews out last week. In fact, I only did one. But before we get to that, I'll be right back.
Hey everyone, I'm Wendy Yee, and this week I reviewed 2 games. The first game is Free Ride. Now, Free Ride I gave a 6, and this game had so much potential that it just didn't reach. It's very sad. I enjoyed a lot of the mechanics of the game, but the production made it so difficult to play. Every couple turns, I feel like everything slowed to a halt as you're just trying to find stuff on the map because nothing was color-coded. Very disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. The second game that I reviewed is Boonlake, and I gave this an 8.5. I super enjoyed this game. It was tons of fun. It is a heavy Euro game with lots going on. The first time I played it, I didn't quite know how I felt, but as I've played it more, I've come to really love it. It's got a unique little card mechanic. It's got multi-use cards, but also the action mechanic is very interesting as you play. So tons of fun, great game, and that's what I did this week.
Hey, this is Roy, and I actually did a bunch of things this week, so I'm in Week in Review. So I took a look at Jabba's Palace, a love letter game. This is love letter themed in that Star Wars theme, and it plays very similar to love letter, but it has some interesting stuff like Rebels and Hut, and just the card combos play very interesting. I've always enjoyed love letter, so I gave this an 8.5. I also took a look at 2 Marvel Champions pack, the first of which is Drax. Drax, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a cool deck because it plays very much like you think Drax would, with lots of damage and asking enemies to fight you and stuff like that. If you're interested in Marvel Champions, you check that out as well. I gave that a 8. And then also Nebula, the other hero pack that I looked at for Marvel Champions. Nebula's fun because she has all these different techniques that you're kind of programming out onto the board for Marvel Champions. Lots of interesting card play and combos there. And I gave Nebula a 7.5. Well, that's what I looked at this week. We did a lot of Catch-a-Paloozas and things like that as well. But make sure to check all that stuff out. And I've been Roy.
Hey everybody, Chris Yee here. I was part of quite a few different videos this week, and so I'm going to go through these. Any game that has the same rating as others, I'm going to do alphabetically. So don't think that these are ones that I rate higher than others within the same score, just alphabetical. So let's start with Boonlake. I gave a 7.5. Boonlake is the new Alexander Pfister game. It's a game that I enjoy quite a bit. Wendy liked it even more than I did, so I anticipate I'll play it more, and maybe the score will go up, but there's a lot of rules, there's a lot of mechanisms that are all clever, but I wish that they were all a little bit more streamlined, a few of them plucked out so that the core cleverness of the game was there. The building out on the map, upgrading, and the action selection I think are great. So, 7.5 for Boonlake. Next up, Free Ride. This is by Friedemann Friese. It's also an Edgar Winter Group song. But Free Ride is a train game. It is almost like a cube rail type of a game. It has some Friedemann Friese clever twists to it. It's inspired by several other train games, of course, and route building and stuff. I like this one tremendously. I would rate it way higher than a 7.5. I would give this an 8.5 or higher, but the production is so bad that it ruins the usability of the game for me, because all of the cities on the map are the same color and you can't see. There's no quick reference to be able to see what routes and connections there are with so many different cities. So unfortunately, only a 7.5. And the last game that I reviewed was Kardashev Scale, which I also gave a 7.5. This is not on purpose. Many of these videos were actually recorded ahead of time before the cruise at disparate times, so it's odd that I kind of send it around here. Kardashev Scale is a game that I enjoy surprisingly a lot. Is a rock, paper, scissors game where you're building up cards, almost like Race for the Galaxy, or Splendor. It's good. It's not great, but I surprisingly have a lot of fun with this one. All right, but the caveat is that it's at the lower player counts. The higher player counts don't work, even though it's a simultaneous reveal game. So I was also part of a few did a rapid fire roundup and a few Catch-a-Paloozas over this last week. So go check those out. This is Chris signing off.
Hey there everybody, it's Mike DeLisio, and this week I was involved in one review. Actually, Chris and I did a tag team review for the newest expansion for Tapestry, Arts and Architecture. I absolutely loved this expansion. I gave it a 9 out of 10, a seal of excellence. This does everything that I'm looking for in an expansion. It gives me more of what I already like. New Tapestry cards, more tech cards, more landmark cards. But it also has what I feel like is the best part of this expansion, which is the 5th track, the arts track. I really, really love that. It's something where I'm going to probably try to always play Tapestry with the Arts and Architecture expansion included. So there you go. That's it for me this week. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, the only review I did last week was Bag of Butts, which is 5. I know that's a big shocker to everyone when you heard the name of the game, but I had hoped to like this push your luck game, but it's too many rules for not a great game. But all week long, we did post videos. We've been on a Dice Tower cruise the past week, but we had videos ready to go. We did Catch-a-Paloozas, where we took a look at games that some of us haven't played before, and we talked about them. We did it to Mission Red Planet, Gold West, El Grande, Manara, The Bloody Inn, Automania, and the Shipwreck Arcana. Several of those games, 1, 2, 3 of them, were completely new to me, so I got a chance to look at them for the first time. I also did a top 10 list on my favorite games from level 99 as I continue going through publishers, giving you my favorite games from various publishers. Took a look at a few more shelves in the Dice Tower library, and many other videos went up this past week also. I hope that you enjoyed all that stuff. We're back with content tomorrow. And, well, I guess some content today, too, I'm sure. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Week in Review on the Dice Tower.